there's more stuff on the shelves in America, unfortunately, made in China. Is it just because of the climate that's been set up that somebody like a Donald Trump with Trump ties or whatever it is that he's building, that there's just not enough competitiveness, or they can't make the stuff on time? I mean, is it some of that, or is all that kind of erroneous?
What it is it's all about cheap labor. Basically, American workers are paid a living wage. Chinese workers are paid a fraction. Mexican workers are paid a fraction. Workers in Vietnam are paid a fraction of what American workers pay. As long as Donald Trump brings the goods that fill his hotels, that he sells in his shops, the sheets, the pillows, the furniture, as long as he brings that in, he is talking the talk, but he's not walking the walk.
Does he have an opportunity to turn it around? Can he fix it?
Yeah, but he starts with himself. He starts with the thing that's under his immediate control, his own enterprises. And it's the same with his daughter, who just received additional trademarks in China and has an extensive purchase of goods from China.
All right.
Front page of the New York Times.
Yeah, you're speaking out of, it's not a good precedence if you're not following the rules yourself. So this is just going to be lip service. Is this going to annoy the people who voted for him?
Once they find out about it, I think it will annoy them. It should annoy them. I was taught when I was in the Army, you lead by example. You do not ask the troops to do that which you will not do yourself. And the same is true here. Business leaders are not going to take him seriously unless he does it himself, unless he is putting his own money and his own companies into doing that. Why should anyone else respect him to do it? Why should anyone else follow his example?
Well, Apple Computers, you never thought it would happen, but they say we're going to stop building the phones in China and bring the jobs back over here. So there has been somewhat with more than Apple, with Chrysler and Ford building their factories over here. Not all of them, but there has been something of a Trump effect. But they're really not going to buy everything the guy's saying about American jobs and American ingenuity and all this stuff unless he really does an about face and says, look, I'm going to stop buying it in China. And if he did that, the mainstream media would stop attacking him, but they're going to continue doing it because it's very hypocritical.
Exactly. He's got to say, do as I do, not do as I say. Do as I do. And his advisors and his supporters need to be giving him that message. You can't say one thing and do another thing.
I hope he's listening, or somebody in the White House, because I know that they listen to you. The New York Times quotes you, and Wall Street Journal, and your books are still golden and available on Amazon. Pat Choate's books, by the way, they're liquid gold. You can learn more about all the stuff we're talking about and more about Pat in his books on Amazon. Pat, this international stuff going on.
Let me make a suggestion.
Sure.
To listeners that they want to buy the books. Go to Amazon and buy a used copy. You can buy them for $1. Don't pay ripping retail.
There we go.
Buy the used books. Most used books are in good shape, and you get the message and save a little money.
This international crisis, real quickly, with North Korea, with Russia now saying that they could wipe our Navy out. What do you make of what's going on now with North Korea and the U.S.?
I don't think we have a game plan for North Korea. We don't have a long-term strategy. I was appalled to learn that we were announcing that we were sending the Carl Vinson and its support ships to Korea, and it was going the other way.
Yeah, that was not good. Not a good message. And the Navy knew better, though.
Well, this is what worries me. The White House announces one thing. The Navy and the Department of Defense and General Mattis know differently, and it doesn't get corrected instantly. This hopefully will be a lesson to the White House and DOD, is you've got to have a coordinated message. You cannot, again, say one thing and do another. You can't say the Koreans were sending a battle fleet to the Korean waters, and they're down in Indonesia on exercises with the Australians heading in the opposite direction. You lose credibility when you do that. In dealing with a country such as North Korea, which is led by someone who is crazed, and when you're dealing with China, who is worried about, China is worried about North Korea. Here they've got an erratic guy sitting on their border with nuclear weapons. You've got to have credibility when you're dealing with these folks.
Yeah, credibility.
It does not build credibility.
And you can't just say it's growing pains. I mean, it's not quite 100 days, but communication, solid communication is good. Unless, Pat, they were trying to bluff, but it just doesn't seem like a good thing to do. Dr. Pat Choate, as usual, thank you so much for coming on.
Keith, enjoyed it, as usual. Thank you.
All right, like Dr. Pat Choate says, his books are on Amazon. Get them for $1. Get them used. If you don't mind, you can buy them brand new, but if you can save $1, buy it used. Folks, thanks for tuning in today. If you like the show, share the show. Remember, we're streaming 24 hours a day online, and thank your local radio station. Do business with their sponsors. All the best. May God bless.